action.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of the Sons of Screens. We're going to be welcoming my hometown of Derry this evening. We're going to talk about It Chapter 1 and 2, and my predecessor, Stephen King's It. And we will also be talking the finale of Welcome to Derry. I am not going to be able to do this much longer. So, welcome.
I don't want you to be doing it much longer.
Sorry, that thing's hot.
I wasn't even sure if he still had that thing or not.
Oh yeah, I can't get rid of it.
It's a good look for you.
So how you been?
Been good. Just another week, another dollar. Now I'm ready to holler.
Ooh,
I
like to make it holla.
How about you, sir?
Oh, not too bad. I ended up I got some tubes in my ears this morning.
Oh, nice.
So I didn't know that was even a thing for adults, but
Yeah,
when I ruptured my eardrum on New Year's Eve, it still hadn't really cleared up. So he said that he said we could give it a little bit longer, like we can go another month and see how it is, or if you're getting tired of it, we can just go ahead and put the tubes in. And I was like, well, I'm getting pretty tired of it, so let's do the tubes. So I thought I was gonna have to schedule a time to come back, and he's like, all right, well, let us get a room set up, and we'll get those in, and we'll get you out of here. I was like, okay.
Wow. So tubes are pretty much just like they just amplify it. Is that what it is?
Basically, they put a hole that allows drainage because it's not draining right.
I never think about ears draining, but then I guess you do kind of get that oily buildup sometimes. That's probably what that is.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm smart.
Well, I didn't have a Pennywise shirt this week, but there was a reason I didn't go buy one.
Fair enough.
Well, before we get into recent watches, I did another random beer bag.
Oh no!
But this time, I think I figured out what my problem was last time. This time, I got the mystery bag from somewhere else in the store. The one I got last time was over by the vodka sodas and stuff like that. This one was by the beer. So
okay, so we'll see.
They have multiple sections of their mystery bags. So I should be able to get through all of these unless there's like a 20% beer in here.
Right.
Let's see what we got. Well, there's a bottle. We got Golden Road Belgian White made with real oranges.
So you're gonna go through all of them right now?
I'm gonna go because I'll probably end up. These will probably be my beers for the episode. A White Noise wheat beer. So that one shouldn't be bad. I like wheat beers.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
First one was 5%. This one is somewhere on here. Yeah, I'll find it before I drink it. It's probably another close to 5%, if I was guessing. 5 or 6. Yeah, I'll find it later. Oh man. Firestone Mind Haze. Lemonade Rage. Turbo Rattler. This one's an 8%. 8% and 12 ounces. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a heavy hitter.
Peach Juicy Bits.
Okay.
It says El Dorado hops, so that's probably not WeldWorks Brewing, so I know that's not our El Dorado, even if it is El Dorado.
Nope. So then that means it's pronounced El Dorado.
6.7%. So there's 4. So here's 5. Skydance Brewing Res Dog, a native Pilsner, 4.9%. So that one will probably be easy. So it had 6 beers in it. This one is a KC Beer Co. Never Say DIPA, 8%. Yeah, never say so. Double India Pale Ale.
I bet it's a never say die PA. Would be my guess.
Never say Dippa.
Right. But like because because it still sounds like IPA, but it's also die. Say never say die PA.
Well, we're gonna
Waka
start.
waka.
We're gonna start off with the bottle because that's the one that won't fit in my fridge.
Ah, it's one way to figure that out.
Say one more time.
So that's one way to solve that problem.
Oh, yeah.
It's like on which one you're going to start with.
Let's get the 2 pounders in first. Let's do that. Sorry, should have done this beforehand.
No, you're good.
I
would do my
on without being seen. I don't know if I have a bottle opener. I'm sure I do somewhere. Continue. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll do my overrated pick because I had one during the week, but it's escaped me. I don't know what it was.
So you don't have one this week, then? Is that what you're saying, or you're coming up with one?
Yeah, no, unless it pops into my head. If it pops in my head sometime during the show, then I'll say, hey, here we go.
Hey!
Yeah, but I don't remember.
There we go. I knew I had one over here. I was about to go to the bar.
So I figured, but I also know you've been cleaning out that room too. So.
Well, yeah, everything's in a different place than it usually is.
Right.
All right.
What's that one?
This is the Belgian White Golden Road, 5% alcohol by volume.
I'd probably like it. Belgian White. I'm a big fan of Belgian White.
Not bad. It's not good, but it's not the worst beer I've had.
Fair enough.
So let's get these. So I'm going to write these down. So why don't you start going through your movies?
Okay. Recent watch time. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? I left off at Scream 7, yes. Okay, so I think Sunday I was trying to think of a theme to binge watch some movies. And I ended up going with a Mars theme. So I took a trip to Mars. I did Mars Attacks.
Oh, okay. Filmed in El Dorado, Kansas. Well, El Dorado,
filmed in Kansas, but
there was stuff in Burns.
I know the little girl at the very beginning that comes running out to watch the flaming cows. I went to school with her. Yeah, I went to school with her.
So Smileyburg is what, 7 or 8 miles south of El Dorado, and then Burns, where the people, like the Indian people or whatever, their town, because when they fly over and show the grain bins, those are Burns. That's the city of Burns, which is about 10 to 12 miles north of El Dorado.
Yeah, well, I went to school with her, and when the school figured it out, she was very embarrassed by it. I'm like, you should own that shit, you know?
Absolutely.
So if I was to ever someday have like a cast piece signed by Mars Attack people, I'd call her up and be like, hey, will you just add your name to this just so I can be the only one that has like the full cast piece on here?
Right. It would be neat to see Frightmare do like a Mars Attacks reunion or something. Get fucking
right. Unfortunately, all those names were big, so
right. It's like they didn't expect the movie to be anything, and everybody just decided, hey, let's just go make this movie.
Right, but like all the names in there, bitch, was big.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the idea behind it because it's just it was Tim Burton's little tribute to old 50s sci-fi films, which I thoroughly enjoy, with the flying saucers on strings and stuff.
It was a lot of fun. I love Mars Attacks.
It's a good one. The International Sign of the Donut, baby. But I followed up with that one with John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars.
Okay.
Not very good.
I haven't that one, so.
But it has Clea Duvall in it, who I fucking love. She was the goth chick from Faculty, and she's been in a bunch of stuff. You'd recognize her.
Okay.
Who else is in that bitch? Oh yeah, Ice Cube's in it.
He's in one of the
Natasha
movies.
Henstridge. Tasha Henstridge. Jason Statham is in Ghost of Mars.
Really?
Yeah, good old Statham. He's not the Jason Statham that we know and love, though. He wasn't going around kicking a bunch of Mars aliens' asses or anything. But
What was it one of the pool movies we watched that had Jason Statham? Or no, it was Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels that Jason Statham was in, but he didn't play the Jason Statham
yeah,
typical role.
one of those very confusing British movies that we watched. Yeah. Then I followed that up with one that I haven't seen before. It was Red Planet with Val Kilmer and Carrie Ann Moss.
I don't think I've seen that one, but I remember hearing a little bit about it.
It wasn't bad. Like it was, mediocre. I would say at best.
You don't get to see
I
Carrie Ann
kinda
Moss in too many things. Like I thought she was going to blow up after being the lead girl in The Matrix, but
And this was, I think, it was right after Matrix. She looked better in here than she did in the Matrix, which is crazy because she was in
she looked pretty damn good in
a
Matrix.
bunch of a lot of leathery stuff in the Matrix. Yeah. So I followed up that movie with Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
It was a childhood favorite of mine. Yeah, not Elton John.
Elton John one. It's the. I don't think it was Disney, but yeah, I watched that a lot as a kid.
Oh, it was Disney. Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah. It was Disney. I can't remember the main dude's name, but I mean, he's always been that side character and everything. And he finally got his little leading role in this. I loved the shit out of it when I was a kid. The rewatch as an adult, I was like, okay. I can see why this isn't really a cult classic anymore.
And probably felt bad for your parents for having to sit through that movie with you so many times.
I did watch it a lot. Yeah. That's why I would say it wasn't me a lot, just because that was his little catchphrase, and that was the first word spoken on Mars was "it wasn't me."
Mm.
And then that was the end of my little Mars run. Looks like, yeah. So then I followed up with that though with the documentary Pennywise, the story of it.
Okay. Well, what all did that capture? Did it just go back to the old movie and talk about the new ones, or does it just?
No, it was strictly a documentary on the old '90s movie / mini series.
Okay.
Made for TV. That was a big part of it, and how they were like the kids could watch it, but there was a big controversy behind it because it was 1990, so like
people,
they were more a little lenient, a little loose.
Yeah,
but it still caused controversy
because
considered
kid watch.
Right. And then I revisited Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. Yeah. It's been a minute since I watched that one. I still enjoy that one. It's good.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I really like that movie.
Yeah, I love the camaraderie that they build up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he randomly dies after giving birth, which is weird. He was all of a sudden randomly pregnant. He's like, dude, I didn't fuck you. I mean, that's not exactly what he said, but that's pretty much his reaction when dude was like, I'm pregnant. And then, he explains like, no, pregnancy is by choice with you humans. We don't get a choice. We just randomly shit out kids, basically. So, but yeah, I still enjoy that movie. I need to get that on physical for sure. And then I was scrolling through it and just randomly stopped on Jawbreaker. If you remember that, it was Rose McGowan and Judy Greer, who's a big favorite of mine.
I don't remember if I remember that one.
Yeah, it was like girly horror type thing where they. I wouldn't even really call it horror. It was just fucking weird.
When did it come out?
99, I want to say.
Okay.
Back when Rose still had a career.
Right.
Yeah, they shove a Jawbreaker in their friend's mouth as a practical joke and tape it and then throw her in the trunk because it's like her birthday or some shit like that.
Okay, I remember that.
And then when they open the trunk, she's dead because she choked on the Jawbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Which, man, Jawbreakers were fucking huge back in the 90s.
I remember, I remember it being a big deal whenever you go to a candy store and get one of the huge Jawbreakers.
Yeah, and it actually came with like a plastic casing that you could reseal because there's no way you're gonna fucking finish
Right.
that in one sitting.
Right.
So everybody had their fucking half-eaten jawbreakers walking around in their fucking pockets and shit.
You didn't want them getting all sticky and linty.
Right. But yeah, I mean it's a pretty fun movie, and like I said, I love Judy Greer. She's one of my another pasty redhead tasty treats out in the world.
Yeah.
And then and then to finish it off, I finally watched another movie that's on the Academy Awards Best Picture list, and that's Hamnet.
How was that? Like,
I really enjoyed it. I
I
really did.
don't know if I could get my wife to watch it, but it intrigued me.
Yeah, it's really good. If anything, Jessie Buckley's performance in this, she is wow. Like, so now I'm officially cheered for her to win Best Actress.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause she was really good, and she's the one that plays the bride in that new movie that I was talking about
Okay,
before. That I'm
okay.
gonna go watch tomorrow, hopefully. And so if she crushes in this and she crushes it in the bride tomorrow, she's right there on my list of anytime she's in something, I'm fucking watching it.
Okay.
She's an Irish lass too, so I love her accent. And then you know the guy that plays William Shakespeare in the movie is the guy from Gladiator 2, Paul Mescal.
Yeah, I knew I recognized him, but I don't know his name.
I had to look it up. I was like, this guy's very familiar. Those piercing blues. They look familiar to me.
Because this movie is basically about the story behind the writing of Hamlet, right?
Yeah, kind of like the tragedy that led up to it
Right.
with William Shakespeare and his wife and
Yeah.
their families. And yeah, it's pretty wild. It's a good watch. It's not for
Did you-
everybody.
I was gonna say, did you look up what kind of accuracy there was to the story, or is it
I didn't do it like a deep dive into it. I just watched the movie and
because
okay, I can see why it's nominated.
I could see it just being a dramatized. Hey, this is why Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, but it like sometimes they try to actually do. a
Nah,
little
see, it
bit
was
of-
more of just like a story of William Shakespeare and his family, and then it doesn't even, it's not even told towards the very end when they actually start getting into Hamlet and he creates the play and
Gotcha.
yeah, it's just it's a good watch for sure, but like I said, it's not for everybody.
Fair enough.
And then I for TV show wise, I binged watched the new season of Ted.
Okay,
Yeah, season
not-
2 of
I've-
Ted dropped this week.
I've not seen either one of the seasons of Ted.
This one was definitely funnier than the first season. I was very happy with
Did
that.
they get,
It cracked me up.
Wasn't it Seth MacFarlane that voiced Ted in the movies? Did they get him to voice him in the TV series?
Yeah, it's Seth MacFarlane creation. Like he directed the
so
movies, he
he did the
directed
movie
this
and-
TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Seth MacFarlane production. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's-
That guy's
and it
so-
definitely it's
I would
definitely
love to
Ted
meet him.
humor in this movie. Yeah, or in this
would
show.
love to meet Seth MacFarlane. Like, I don't think that he's right in the head, but he puts out some good shit.
Some of the jokes that came up with this, they were just fucking off the wall fucking zingers. And Peacock just let them do whatever the fuck they want. They had free range to do whatever, and you can tell. It's
Yeah.
definitely a not made for TV Seth MacFarlane TV show.
Well, and like,
It's made for
for
streaming.
instance, like Family Guy, for instance, every single scene in Family Guy has some sort of reference to something pop culture related, and
Mm.
I love it.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely a lot of pop culture references from the '90s and beyond on that one, because it takes place in '94 is when it takes
Gotcha.
place. And the way they ended this, I was like, man, I think that they're saying that this is the end of this TV show. Like we're not gonna do another. And then I saw on the internet, he's like, yeah, that's probably the end of how we do this, because the very last scene is.
You can.
Is,
Well, I mean, if you don't want to give spoilers, that's fine. I don't really care because I don't know. I don't get to
It's
watch.
not really a
the-
twist or anything. It's just pretty much to let you know that hey, this was the end of this TV show's run.
Yeah.
Because John Bennett, you know, who ends up being Mark Wahlberg later
Mhm.
on, the kid that plays him in this, he just all of a sudden decides, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to that gym and I'm gonna work out every day for the next 10 years and just become ripped, you know, like Mark Wahlberg ripped pretty much.
Right.
And then as he's walking in there, you have Patrick Stewart doing his little narration like he does in the movies, and he's
Mhm.
like, he's trying to explain. He went on and met a wife, and then he went on and met another lady, and he's like, fuck it. There's 2 movies about it. First one's great. Second one, half of it's okay. And then they just kind of then they set off into the sunset while John Bennett goes to works out and becomes Mark Wahlberg.
Well, that's a good. I mean, I like it whenever a TV show puts a closing on a show. Before
Right,
it should have like putting the closing on the show while it could probably still make another season, but not forcing another season.
Right, yeah.
Like there's a lot of shows that don't realize when they should quit and go on too long.
You know, milk it for everything that they can milk out of it. But
Yeah.
that's not Seth MacFarlane style. Then good old Danhausen debuted in WWE on Monday Night Raw.
Nice.
Remember Danhausen?
I do.
I even uploaded a little picture for me meeting Danhausen.
Nice.
Yeah, he's now part of WWE, so I'm really excited, and it's really funny.
With the name of Danhausen?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
his name.
Well, you say that's his name like that's the only name he has when wrestlers.
No, I mean like he owns the name, and of course they're not going to change his name because I mean it's straight up the Danhausen character with the jar of teeth and all sorts of shit. I guess he was on SmackDown tonight too.
What circuit was he in?
He was mostly indies. He did a little run in AEW, but he's just really popular in the indie scene.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I watch a bunch of sports. I watched Thunder beat up on the Bulls and Mavs and Knicks. And
Hell yeah.
the Stars beat up on the Predators, Canucks, and Flames, and then just now lose to the fucking Colorado Avalanche.
It happens. Can't win them all.
Yes, we can. We're not going to lose a single game from here until we hoist the cup.
Or if it's like every other year with Dallas until they get to the finals or the semifinals.
See, we got a new coach this year, though, so hopefully he does better than that. Oh, it looks like the Sean Clark interview is over. Bam!
Hola, Brian.
You're not going to sneak in. The land of Oz you have slipped into. And he's gone.
I was just say he's not. Yeah, he's getting ready to bail.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Well,
yeah, so
with that's my recent watches.
All right. Farmer closed out the recent watches for you. So I do have my second beer. So my first, the Golden Road, I gave it a 3 out of 5. Not bad. The Mind Haze I'm just about finished with, so I'll go ahead and rate that before I get into my recent watches.
Okay.
The Lemonade Rage, 8%. Not awful. Not great. Like it has a very strong lemon flavor. The Golden Road was pretty bland, but like if you like lemonade, you'll probably like this beer. So like I'll give this one a 3.5. Not bad.
Nice.
And then the next one that I've got is going to be the Res Dog. It'll be the 4.9%er that is a native Pilsner, native brewed.
Nice.
So, all right. So
Sounds tasty.
Let's get into my recent watches.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. Hold on. Work your phone, Colonel. Okay. So we started off the week by. Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. So we started off the week by, on Saturday, going to my parents' house to drop the kids off so we could go watch a movie that just came out called, and you might have heard of it, Scream 7.
Yeah. My boy Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in most of them.
we really enjoyed the movie. Like it was a lot of fun. We were able to pick the killer pretty early on. But
Yeah, I would say we won't go into spoilers because it's still pretty early for a movie like that contains something that could be very spoiled.
well, for all 10 of our watchers, we won't spoil it for you, even though you've probably already seen the movie.
Yeah. You never know. But yeah, like I said, I like 95% of it, but the ending blew my ass. I finally just posted my video on it. I ended up giving it a B+.
Nice. Well, go ahead and post that link in here while you're if you're going to edit this episode.
Okay.
No reason not to, right?
Right.
So after that, later that day, after we got home, we decided to go kind of along the same lines and watched Coco. That was with the family, so I mean, it is what it is. You're going to be hearing a lot of those random family movies out of me for a little while.
So I don't think that's the first time you've said that one of your recent watches was Coco.
Oh, it's not. I've watched it many times. I enjoy Coco. Like
I watch it every year. It's a yearly Day of the Dead watch for me.
it's. I love the music. Like I like the movie. Then after Luke went to bed, we watched with Emma, with my daughter, The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. She'd already seen the first two. She wanted to see the third and fourth one.
One of $6 billion horror franchises, because Scream recently joined that list. That's why.
Nice. So then after that, we decided. So we went and found on Vudu. They called it Slashers and Stalkers pack. It was 25 movies for $20, and we only had 3 of the movies already. So we went ahead and bought it, and we watched. There's a lot of good movies in it, but I wouldn't call it horror. So like I wouldn't call it Stalkers and Slashers, whatever it was, because it was mostly crime drama.
Oh, okay.
Like Along Came the Spider.
Oh, okay.
Like
those crime thrillers.
There was really good movies, but they were crime thrillers. They were not horror. They were not slashers and stalkers. I didn't think.
Right.
I agree. I found a lot. I mean, there's probably at least 15 of the movies on there that we're going to enjoy watching multiple times. So, $20 well spent.
Fair enough. Is that what you watched? As Along Came the Spider?
No.
Oh. Oh, that one surprised you.
It did. It had I don't know what native pilsners are supposed to be, but it has a stout feel to it. And for 4.9%, I was not expecting a stout. Anyway,
nice.
So the movie that we did watch out of that pack was a movie that came out in 1997 called Office Killer.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's interesting. So that's this girl that works at a company that's in the middle of downsizing. Like gives her life to this job and is always kind of picked on, kind of the odd duck, and ends up accidentally killing one of her coworkers and decides to take him back to her house to cover it up, and then starts going crazy and deciding to, like, she starts killing other office members because she finds out it's easier to hang out with them at home and not get made fun of than it is to just deal with them at work.
Okay.
I think you might enjoy it. I could care less if I see this movie again.
Fair enough.
I mean, it wasn't awful. The premise of the movie intrigued me. It was still an enjoyable watch, but not one that I'll probably watch again.
Okay. Very nice.
So then the next day we watched The Conjuring Last Rites with Emma. And then after that one was over, she was like, "Is there a Conjuring 5? No, there's not." So she was like, "Well, can we watch Anaconda?" That was out of left field, but okay. So we watched Anaconda with Ice Cube and J-Lo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And J-Lo, John Voight.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't seen that one in a while, and I didn't pay a whole lot of attention while it was on, but I still watched it.
I enjoyed that. That was one that I watched a lot when I was younger.
So then after that, Luke got up from his nap, so we watched The Incredibles.
Been a long time since I've watched those.
They're fun. Like, there's all of these kids' movies have these little jokes for the parents that are.
I'm a big fan of the Pixar movies, stuff like that, but just that one, for some reason, just never really sunk into me. Or maybe I just didn't give it a good enough shot.
I think you would enjoy it. I mean, it's fun.
There's only 2 of those, right?
Yes.
That's
I'm
what I
only
thought.
aware of there being 2.
Okay.
So then after that, we decided that we were going to visit a movie that I had not seen yet, that I should have, but haven't. From my wife's list of movies I should watch. How about that?
Okay.
We watched Down Periscope.
I went and saw that at the Premier Palace.
So it was really fun seeing Kelsey Grammer in a role that is not his typical role.
Right.
Then after that, we decided to watch another. We were having a garage night, so we decided to watch another movie. And back when we had the Pauly Shore week a few weeks ago, we did not watch In the Army Now because it was not streaming anywhere, and it was like $15 to purchase.
Right.
So we were sitting there, and I don't know how the topic of Pauly Shore came up, but it did. And I was like, search up In the Army Now, and let me know. Like, if it's $5, just hit buy. And she's like, oh my God, it's $5. Like, buy that fucker. We're watching it right now. So we watched it. I watched In the Army Now that night.
I enjoy that one. Lori Petty's always been one of those, like, she's always been really hot to me, but like one of those hots to where I want her to throw me around the room while I call her mommy.
Is she the one that was in League Their Own? Is that
Yeah.
girl? Yeah. Dottie or Dot in
and
League
Tank
Their Own?
Girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I like her better with the buzzed head.
I don't know. I like that red hair.
Fair enough.
So then
I like
after that,
badass Lori Petty. Yeah.
the only other movies that I watched, I did not plan on having on this list because I planned on going to sleep.
Okay.
But then I didn't
But
go to
just
sleep.
I know that.
I was a little had a little insomnia going on. So one night we started Hobbit to fall asleep to, like a lot of times we do, which I leave those ones that we just put on to fall asleep to. I leave those off because I don't count those. But I was asleep for about, well, I wasn't even asleep really, maybe 30 minutes, and ended up watching the entire Hobbit Unexpected Journey, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I put on the second one and ended up watching all that. So it was like 3 o'clock before I was finally tired enough to go to sleep.
Nice.
And then the next night I watched the Battle of Five Armies.
Fair enough. You took on an unexpected journey yourself there.
I did.
Bada bing.
Bada boom. We're this guy in the room.
How you
Is
doing?
he still doing stuff?
He does indie stuff and just
So
keeps
he's
pissing
not part of
people off.
WWE anymore.
No. Nobody will hire him because he's a pain in the ass.
Mm.
So he just does like appearances for different indies. Just because he used to have a name once upon a time.
And he probably can't even use that name anymore.
Right. Yeah, he's not Enzo Amore anymore. Now he's just the real one.
That's funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And on like the flyers and stuff, it always says FKA Enzo Amore, formerly known as.
I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Yeah, like a lot of shows, like a lot of wrestling shows. If somebody used to work for a company, they'll put FK on there, as which is acronym for formerly known as.
I gotcha.
That's still perfectly legal, apparently.
Well, yeah, you can say formerly known as, but you can't say,
Right?
hey, we've got
You're not stating that that's mine now. Yeah.
right, we've got Enzo Amore. No, we've got the guy that used to be known as Enzo Amore.
No, he's just a douchebag.
That should be his new name.
Yeah, it'd fit. Alrighty, so that's the end of your old recent watches, huh?
That is the end of my recent watch list. Outside of the stuff that we're going to talk about momentarily.
Cool. All right. Well, I mean, I was just fucking jumping into some Welcome to Derry.
I was going to say, let's start with Welcome to Derry, or do you want to go ahead and do the old It first? Because Welcome to Derry and the next 2 movies all kind of align and go together.
However you want to do it. It's your episode.
Let's do, before we do Welcome to Derry, let's do Stephen King's It.
Okay. The
Because-
Made for TV miniseries.
Right. So, like, the reason I say that is because I'd rather do that, and because I feel like the conversation's going to flow better with the finale of Welcome to Derry into It Chapter 1 into It Chapter 2.
Right. I figured it'd been more of like a comparison review anyway when we talk those. Since it's the same story,
Well, yeah, I mean,
just made differently. Obviously, one was in 1990, the other one was 2017, and 2019, I think.
something like I didn't look up yours. All right, let's do Stephen King's
Which-
It, and then we'll
Number
do the-
3 franchise that's in the $1 billion group is It.
Ah, it's not
The thing is, though, that it only had 2 movies and it still made it to $1 billion. It's the one that has the fewest movies out of that group of 6 franchises that crossed $1 billion.
It's a franchise because there is 3 movies, but this iteration of it is only a movie and a sequel. It's not a franchise.
It's on the list for franchises that
I get it.
your opinion of franchise, yeah.
It's not
One of the
in
movies.
what I consider a franchise.
Well, still, it's part of the franchises that's on that franchise list. Here. And they both made 500 million apiece. It sounds like.
Well, but they could also be including Welcome to Derry in that list, that revenue as well.
Because that's not a theatrical release. This is
So they're
box
only
office
doing
numbers.
theatrical release. Okay.
Mhm.
$1 billion at the box office, not just the franchise making $1 billion.
Right. Box office franchise numbers.
Okay.
It was It, Scream, Conjuring, Saw. I can't remember the other 2.
So that list probably considered any movie that had at least a sequel a franchise.
Right. I thought I took a screenshot of it. I guess I didn't. Oh, yeah, no, I did. The lists were The Conjuring, Alien, Resident Evil, It, and Saw. Are the $1 billion horror franchises that, box office, that made them over $1 billion in the box office. Surprised Saw's on that list. I mean, I know it was popular. I guess there was. Okay, yeah, there's been 10 theatrical releases. Okay, so that makes sense.
Well, before we get into the Stephen King's It, on this can it says our Res Dog is a crisp, refreshing pilsner. It's also best enjoyed with friends. There's nothing crisp about this. This one gets a 2 from me.
Ah, okay. Maybe that was an older one, so it lost its crispness.
It literally tastes. I'm looking for like a Best Buy date, but like it literally tastes like a stout. So maybe if you like stouts, you would consider this a crisp, but not for me.
Crispy stout sounds weird, though. I don't know. I don't know if I've had a crispy stout before. Those are usually supposed to just be like smooth.
Like, see, this is one of those times I wish that you were here so you could take a drink of this.
Fair enough.
All right, so let's get into It chapter. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get into Stephen King's It. While I pull out my dipper.
Yes, your IPA. Yeah, this is a first time watch, isn't it?
This was a first time watch for me. So this movie, it's one that I've wanted to watch for a long time because I really enjoy Pennywise, really.
Yeah.
And I loved It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. And I knew I was gonna need to revisit at some point the original with the R.I.P. Tim Curry.
He's still alive, dude. You said R.I.P. to him a couple weeks ago too. I'm like, he's still alive.
Are you sure that he's still alive?
Yes.
We looked this up last time.
He just took. Yes, we did. I'll reiterate it.
No, that's fine. Like,
But he just recently did an event and he took a picture with Bill Skarsgård. So
okay, then R.I.P. Tim Curry before he had a stroke or whatever.
Yeah. He's 79 years old and still alive.
I swear I heard that he died.
Well, he just looks dead, but he's still alive.
Okay. In my brain, at some point, it's going to register that he's not dead yet. Not dead yet?
Because at that same time, we told the story of us seeing him, so we don't need to tell that story again.
We don't need to revisit this. That's fine.
But yes, you revisited this. He's alive, man.
I know, I'm sorry. I want to go look it up. Like, why am I thinking this guy's dead? But
I don't know. I mean, I'm to be honest. I'm surprised he's still alive because he's pretty stroked out. But
yeah. So I will say that, like, when I started watching this movie, it it was kind of weird how they were jumping back and forth between the, for lack of a better term, what It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2 did. I like how they kept it as the kids in Chapter 1 and the adults in Chapter 2 for the most part.
But you also got to keep in mind before they put it together as one big movie, it was split up into like 6 parts, I think, for TV.
For a TV show, yeah.
Yeah. So I think probably a lot of it was like, okay, this episode's going to be the adults pretty much. And this episode's going to be the kids pretty much. And it just went back and forth like that.
I mean, it still
And
had
they
a
spliced
decent
it
flow
together.
because, like, they went to each kid and, like, they started off with like the adult, and then they flashed back to what happened in his past, and then they went to the next adult and flashed back to what happened in the past. Like, the flow wasn't bad. I didn't dislike it. I just felt it just felt a little more choppy than the new ones did.
What was bad was Adult Bill's ponytail.
Oh God.
Because, like, I hate it because, like, when you look at him straight forward, he looks like he just has, like, a normal 90s haircut. And then they'll do a back shot, and there's this fucking weird-ass ponytail that's just
Yeah.
literally straight down the middle. I'm like, dude,
And
just cut that
what was
motherfucker
that?
off.
What was that actor's name? Like, he's in a lot of stuff, and I don't really like him in a lot of stuff.
I don't know. Wasn't really familiar with him. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Child star Jonathan Brandis. He's an RIP you can do.
Jonathan Brandis was in that. Because whenever we were watching it, when he came up, my wife was like, "Oh, Jonathan Brandis."
Yeah. One of the child stars that didn't make it.
Yeah.
See, Richard Thomas was the adult Bill.
Yes.
He's still alive.
I didn't say R.I.P. motherfucker.
I don't, but now I just kind of let you know. He's
That's
74.
gonna be the new thing. Anytime we talk about an actor or an actress, they're still alive.
Oh, apparently he was a
They're
nobody.
dead.
See, his big roles are Nobody, Battle Beyond the Stars, I Can Make You Love Me, The Homecoming. He was on the TV show The Waltons.
He's in some stuff. I know it. You haven't said anything that I'm familiar with yet.
He did The Waltons. He did a movie. He did a series called It's a Miracle.
Mm,
You might be confusing him with somebody else, sir. He did a lot of stuff for The Waltons TV show. Wild Hearts, Beyond the Prairie.
all right. I'm gonna look him up.
Go ahead.
What'd you say his name was? Richard Thomas?
Yep, Richard Thomas. Dick Tom.
Dick Tom.
Dick Tom. So I like Battle Beyond the Stars. I'll have to look for him in that one.
Yeah, I see it. Even now I see it in his face.
Well, you're looking at that. I mean,
He's in
Crane
Ozark.
was the young Ben, and he made a cameo appearance in It Chapter 2. He was
Who
one
was?
of the CEOs or whatever. Brandon Crane. He was the young Ben in the
Okay.
90s. A couple of these people did cameo appearances in the new It's.
So Ozark was one of the places I remember him from. The Americans was probably the big one. He was in
Well, I
48
forgot
episodes of
Olivia-
The Americans, but
Olivia Hussey. I forgot Olivia Hussey was the wife of adult Bill in this. I love her. Like she's one that just died last year. There you go. But
thank you, sir.
I absolutely loved her. She was the main lead in Black Christmas. She did the '60s Romeo and Juliet, the controversial one where they showed her boobies and she was only 16 at the time.
Fair enough.
That I watched in school and they warned me that hey, there's boobies in here. Let's be mature. But
Be mature. Okay, so I am going to tell you right now, Richard Thomas, I recognize from Ozark and from The Americans.
okay.
So maybe not a
I
lot of
like
stuff, but 2 TV shows. So I'm not surprised you don't recognize them.
Right. And of course, in this cast is my boy Seth Green.
I know. Like whenever
Seth Green.
when I pulled it up and I saw I saw Seth Green's names on the list, I was like, no way! I didn't know Seth Green was in this movie. As a first time watch. Sorry, like you went quiet there, like I was being stupid. Like no, like I did not realize Seth Green was in this
No,
movie.
I was worried because like when you look up people on Google, like they'll have like their more recent picture, and then the little boy that played little Georgie, they still just have a picture of him when he's a little kid. I was like, please don't tell me he died. Now he's alive. He's 42. Hasn't done shit.
That's
Since
probably
that
the
one.
only thing that he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Or he didn't
did
want
that.
people
He
to know what he
did
looks like now.
He was more known for his role on the television show 21 Jump Street. So apparently, I never watched that show. So
Featuring Johnny Depp.
yes, and Georgie.
Georgie.
Georgie. He's August 2nd, 1982. This is his birthday.
Aw.
Yeah. So maybe we'll invite him over to our birthday party one of these times.
We can let's just what is this what you would consider an A-list actor?
I would probably say no.
Well, maybe we invite him to like the weekend of our birthday. We invite him as a guest to interview him.
Mm-hmm. And he can, he can fly out and do it in person and sign autographs.
But we'd probably have to pay for him to fly, and I'm not going to do that.
Now we'll just sweet talk him, make him think it's worth the fucking flight to Wichita, Kansas. He's still getting those royalties from 21 Jump Street.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Because so many
Probably
people
not.
watch that show.
Yeah, it's not even syndicated, I don't think. But yeah, that's pretty much the familiar cast list in this. John Ritter, of course.
Yeah. So what did you think about
Another R.I.P.
What did you think about this movie, or TV show, or whatever it was?
Well, I'll start out this whole entire conversation to say I'm a Pennywise fan. I'm not a big It fan, though. I will say. I love the character, Pennywise.
I tend to agree with you on that one. Like I love Tim Curry. Or I'm not gonna say R.I.P., but I thought about it doing just to be funny. But like, I love Tim Curry. I love the story of it. I was not that impressed by this movie.
Right. Well, I mean, even in the documentary, they talk about the giant spider at the end, and even then they're like, "That was a bad idea." Like the way they did that, they're like, "They should have somehow included Tim Curry still in there or something."
Yeah.
And apparently, there was a guy that was in the giant spider too, like controlling it. And when they flipped it over, they didn't think about padding the inside, so he got pretty fucking bruised up and shit when they flipped over the spider. Yeah, he got pretty fucked up. Whoops. Didn't think about safety on that one for some reason.
Well, it was the 90s, 80s.
Right. And, made for TV productions were different than, your big movie productions.
Yep.
But I mean, this movie's not bad. I enjoy it.
Right.
I think
I'm not disappointed that I watched it, but it was not what
I like the little kid stuff.
I unfortunately watched it after watching the new one, and this is absolutely one that the new one was better for me than the original.
Right. Yeah. And you can't help but to compare stuff like that.
I can try not to. I can try to go in with my mindset of being, hey, this came out in this time frame, but I'm also holding it up to the standard that I see from the first Pennywise set of movies that I watched, and it did not meet that expectation.
Right. Unfortunately, didn't age very well. I mean, some older movies do. This one did not.
Right.
Unfortunately. Especially with that fucking ponytail. Damn it. Every time they'd show a back shot of him, I just snip, motherfucker. Cut that goddamn thing off.
Right.
Like, what was the thought process behind that? And then I just get sad every time I see John Ritter because he was taken too soon from us with his weird little heart complication.
He was. He was in quite a few things too. Wasn't he a dad in something?
He's dad in a lot of things. He did that show with Kaylee Cuoco before she went on Big Bang.
Eight Simple
Ways of
Rules.
yeah, it's 8 and My Teenage Daughter. Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved him in Stay Tuned. That was a good movie.
He had a lot of good roles. Like he was a wholesome guy in his roles usually.
He died on 9/11 of 03.
Okay.
So his death anniversary obviously gets overlooked every year.
Uh-huh.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, Dad and Prom Child. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Okay, that's where I'm thinking of him from.
The adoptive dad, yeah,
Yeah.
and he just refuses to.
Oh, problem. We need to revisit Problem Child sometime because those were fun movies.
Yeah, yeah.
From what I remember.
And I liked him in Scrubs. Oh yeah, he was the gay dude in Sling Blade, so of course I like that.
There you go.
Not funny, aha, funny queer.
Well, let's go ahead and rate this bitch and move on to the meat and potatoes of this episode.
Okay. Like I said, there's things I enjoy, there's things I didn't. Of course, I enjoyed Tim Curry. You know, got Prince Albert in a can? You do. You better let him out.
I meant to bring that up, and I'm glad you did because that made me laugh so much.
It's like it's so stupid, but it was fucking funny. You do. Better let him out then. And twirling his little fucking noisemaker and shit. I did enjoy that whole scene, you know, with the balloons popping and the blood splurting on people's faces, and the actors trying to sit as still as they could, but you know, of course, they jumped a little bit. But yeah, I mean, overall though, with this movie, I'm gonna have to give it the good old 4. I'm gonna go 4 on this one.
Okay.
Just the story of it, it gets weird with the alien stuff, and I like the idea of a killer clown, but you know, he's just portraying a clown so he can lure kids.
Well, so let me go see what I need. I need to confirm my rating before I give it because I gave my real rating on Letterboxd, yes. But I wanted to confirm because like Letterboxd is out of 5 stars, so like you got to do half stars for actual rating.
Right.
But I also gave this 4.
Oh, all right.
Like it was enjoyable, but it missed a lot. It missed a lot for me, and that's probably because I watched it 30 years later.
Right. I think it would have been exciting to watch it as a family thing, a weekly family thing, as it's broken up into episodes. Like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Right. I would love to see them release this in the original intended episode order.
Because from what I understand, they did cut out a lot of stuff to compress it into a 3-hour
Like I would love to see them release, even if it's just on a streaming service. Hey, what was your intention for the episode 1, episode 2, 3, 4, like whatever, however many they are?
Here's the original airing with all the cut footage and whatnot. Yeah, that'd
be cool.
Okay.
And with it being $1 billion franchise now, maybe whoever's listening in the airwaves, go make this movie or go make this TV show.
Even just added to like a Blu-ray special feature.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the original cut of it.
So the Never Say Dippa, it gets a 2. Like, it wasn't great, but it's an IPA. So like for an IPA, it's okay. I'll give it a 2.5. It's a very average IPA. Nothing great about it.
Fair enough. Well, as you say goodbye to that, I want you to say hello and welcome everybody to Derry.
Ooh, welcome to Derry.
The finale.
The finale.
As I've complained many times before on why I'm not a big TV show fan, because the finales always end up disappointing me. But this one was not a disappointment, I should say.
All right, so this one, the peach juicy bits is 6.7%.
Nice. No, I was gonna say series finale, but obviously
Sorry.
they're doing another
I
season.
derailed you there a little bit. This was a good season finale, I thought.
Mm-hmm. So I really can't rank it amongst series finales that I've seen in the past. Like I said, a lot of them have disappointed me. Fuck you, Sopranos. But I did see a list though. There was a list of most disappointing series finales, and number one on the list was Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
You're like, uh huh.
I waited 2 years to see that shit. And
That's
what
my
they
point
what they put
exactly.
out in season 8 was fucking trash.
That's my point. I'm so glad I didn't deep dive into that. Just like a lot of people are disappointed in the end of Stranger Things, I'm glad I didn't continue on that.
Like so let me give you a little insight into what Game of Thrones was. They spent 7 seasons building up to a battle with the White Walkers, which is the undead shit in Game of Thrones. The entire battle happened in one episode.
Yeah, I've heard.
And it was episode 3 or 2. Like, it was early on in the season. Like, really? You're gonna fucking build up this entire shit to have this be your climax, and you finish it off in a single episode?
All right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Go ahead. Let's get back. Let's get back to.
Let's get back to Welcome to Derry. Yes, the thing that we were talking about and predicting happened. Rich came back and gave him the big old middle finger.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, there's my guy. I love that whole scene too. Like the slow motion running of him, and I love the slow motion running / skipping of Pennywise.
That was great.
That tickled me. I enjoyed that. Pennywise in this episode was just fucking awesome. I got a heavy dose of Bill Skarsgård finally as Pennywise. That's probably what I love the most about this episode. Is like a heavy dose. I love it too when he wakes up in that place and he's like, "I'm not Bob Crane."
That was like, yeah, like Dick had him contained,
Mm-hmm.
and then they started messing with Dick, like these fucking army people.
Which I learned, because his look, he's completely bloodstained from like here down.
Yeah,
That explains the action figure that everybody's been trying to get their hands on. It's a Walmart exclusive figure from Welcome to Derry, of a figure of him blood on it.
I'm gonna assume they're all sold out.
A lot of places, but places like El Dorado, Kansas, there's still several.
If you see them,
I could buy them and upsell them on eBay like all those other assholes.
no, I want you to buy me one. Is what I'm saying. Like, I will give you money
okay.
for it.
Okay.
Next time you're at Walmart, check them out. If there's one there, get one for me. Because I remember seeing them too, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that has to do with, but that was.
Yeah, I didn't understand until I saw this show. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I get it now.
So this episode went deep, like, because I think it was last episode where he was supposed to be going to sleep, and then he realized that his containment was open, so he went back. He got back up, and was it this episode that he did the whole school, or was that last episode? It's all running kind of together in my head right now.
Is this episode? That was the opening of it. Is him being the ventriloquist of the principal, which I enjoyed.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
that was fun.
I love the sound, the audio that they do when he does his little trance thing where he opens his mouth and it goes boom. I really want a metal band to fucking like add that to like a breakdown or something. I think that'd be fucking cool. I'd rock out too.
That would be neat. It's probably fucking copywritten or something, though.
There's a way. There's a way, damn
it. If you build it, they will come.
Yes. But yeah.
But no, like this episode, like for me, had all the great aspects of what a season finale should be.
Yeah, it wrapped everything up nicely, and it was
chaotic. It all up, and I was worried that they weren't going to wrap it up, but I'm hoping that what they plan on for each season, like, am I imagining this, or did they already renew this for a season 2?
It sounds like that it's been renewed for season 2. Yeah.
So I am down with a season encapsulating a set of his awakening. It's like every 27 years he awakens and kills a bunch of people. I am okay with every season just being this is this year, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I did love the reveal of Margaret being Richie's dad, and he shows the missing poster, and it's
Mhm.
actually Finn Wolfhard on the poster
Yep.
because he even calls her Margaret Tozier, and she's like, "What?" And then it just reveals her future to her. I'm like, "Well, now you can just go ahead and rewrite that."
Well, and that's the other thing. Like that also, like that brings into play what is like he can travel through time. Like I didn't have a good way to explain. I mean, in my head, it makes sense, but I don't have a good way to explain in words what he's like. What Pennywise is able to do. Like,
Apparently, being an alien and whatnot, his concept of time is totally different than ours. It seems like, but it's weird because like he knows his outcome. Like he gets killed.
right? He knows he's gonna die, and he knows it's these kids that are gonna do it. But like maybe he thinks that can he change time? Because I feel like in the near the end, was it near the? No, it was in that chapter 2 that they were talking about her knowing Jessica Chastain knowing what was going to happen to everybody, and he was like, "Well, you haven't even changed. You haven't even saved anybody yet."
Right. Oh. But I think she could have rewrote it by like not even naming him Richie. She's like, "Well, I'm not gonna listen to that Pennywise fucker, and I'm gonna name him something else." But nope, she stuck with the timeline. Married a Tozier and and had little Richie.
Like I was honestly, I was very surprised that 4 out of the 8 kids technically that were the main characters in this show.
Yeah, none of the kids died. I was surprised by that.
Well, I mean, you had the 3 die in the first episode, and then you had Richie.
I mean, in this last episode, like the remaining kids that we had in this last episode,
I fully expect to see at least 2 more kids die.
Mm-hmm. There wasn't really a whole lot that died. The Indian dude died, and I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got a Charlie Kirk shot.
Sure
I'm
did.
sorry. Was that too soon?
No, I enjoy it. Yeah, but I also at the very end of this, I did like the surprise appearance from what's her actual name?
Was it Sophia Lillis?
Yeah, Beverly Marsh.
Because I whenever funny story, when we watched the episode, I was like, oh, it's Sadie Sink, and my wife was like, that's not Sadie Sink. I was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
So I looked it up and was like, oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's cool seeing her the year before Pennywise.
Well, and the old lady that came in to talk to her, so I had to do a little looking at it, but like when I watched it chapter 2, even today, the lady that came in and told her that people that die in Derry never actually die, that is the lady that Madeline Stowe was the character. Like that was Madeline Stowe's character in Welcome to Derry.
Right. And then Jessica Chastain.
Did you know that?
Caesar. Yeah.
No, like no, like the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're talking the same thing here. So, do you know who Madeline Stowe is?
Like that's an actress name?
Yes.
Probably.
So the girl that Lily, the older lady that Lily would always go talk to, in Welcome to Derry.
Okay, yeah.
So at the end of Welcome to Derry, like the old lady that comes in and starts talking when the redhead girl turns around, the old lady is the Madeline Stowe character. I can't remember her name.
Right. No, I'll follow along with that, and I'm saying
Okay.
that same old lady appears in chapter
In
2
chapter
when
2.
Jessica Chastain. Yeah, that was what I was talking about.
Okay, so maybe I misheard what you were trying to talk about.
Right. Fucking, I'm googling away. And Madeline Stowe is 67 years old.
6, 7?
Oh God,
No, we're not going there.
she's also an August baby.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And Sophia is already 24 fucking years old.
No shit.
Yeah, those kids are all grown up, man.
Good
Ain't that
God.
about a bitch? Yeah.
Well, before we get too much further, I have been drinking, so we're gonna have to take a little break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Boop. We are back.
We are back.
Yes. So yeah, overall, welcome, Derry. The whole series, I enjoyed it. I'm glad we did this.
I am too.
Good stuff.
Do we want to do another TV show?
We'll discuss off air whatever show we're gonna do. We'll need to
agree.
figure out
Like,
right now.
We're not gonna try and that would be that's too long of a conversation to have right now to try and figure out. But
Right.
do we like the segment of the TV show?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind finding another like an 8-episode show like this.
Well, I have an idea for that, but we'll talk that off here. So
Okay. But yes. Now let's get into the modern day It story.
So I feel like the ending of Welcome to Derry really led us right into the start of it, chapter 1. Because
Yeah, I did bridge that because it's 1 year before all that shit happens.
Right.
When her
so the
mom
very
kills herself.
last scene in Welcome to Derry was, I think it was just months before, right?
It said 26 years later on it. So and
Well,
it
right,
comes out
right.
every 27 years, so that means it was
Okay, fair enough.
so loosely a
But
year.
yes, so like it was. I'm glad that I waited to watch it, chapter 1 and it, chapter 2 until after I watched the Welcome to Derry, because it also made me realize that whenever they're the sheep farmer, you got the grandpa, you got the kid that didn't want to shoot the sheep.
Mhm.
The grandpa was Will from
Right.
no, he wasn't Will. He was
Their family.
he was the army guy. Can't remember his name. Leroy?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. The guy that's not Dick.
right.
Yeah.
So like that was kind of neat to put those two together.
Yeah, they tied a lot in. Like a lot of different families and stuff. Like the Bowers family and all that shit.
Yep.
Goddamn Bowers.
Fucking Bowers.
He's fucking psycho.
So I really enjoyed it, chapter 1 being really that kids against all odds, parents
Yeah, it
don't
was the
believe you
kids
kind of
portion
thing.
of the story. Yeah.
Right.
So I
I
really
like-
loved because this casting is fucking awesome. It was perfect.
Oh, the casting between the two movies, amazing. Like the only change that I would have made is with Sophia Lillis. I feel like her adult counterpart is closer to Amy Adams than Jessica Chastain. But like outside of that, the kids and the adults could have been related
Right.
100%.
Right. But when it comes specifically to the kids in chapter 1, though, all those kids were great. My favorite was Dylan Grazer's fucking character. Who is he? The sick kid.
The sick kid.
It's where where he calls them the gazebos instead of placebos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jack Dylan Grazer, Eddie. Yeah, Eddie was my favorite in this movie.
He made me laugh a lot. Honestly,
When he's like when his arm's broken, he's like, "Don't fucking touch me! Don't fucking touch me!" I love that.
honestly, the kid from Stranger Things made me laugh because he was just sitting there. He was the loud mouth,
Yeah, Richie.
potty mouth. That he was not. He was a
Well, I
completely
mean-
different character than he was in Stranger Things.
I mean, we got to meet his mom around when she was around the same age, and she was a potty mouth too. Let's kill this fucking clown. Thought that made me
Yep.
laugh before they stole that milk truck. But yeah, Richie's funny, but I don't know. I just Eddie, he really tickled me. I really liked him. I really liked all the kids. I mean, the kid that played Ben, he was great.
Mm-hmm.
His New Kids on the Block obsession always made me happy.
So even this time, we found something new. So like, it was later on in the. So obviously they were saying "hang tough," like she was like "hang tough, new kid" or whatever, like calling out New Kids on the Block songs. And whenever she found them in the alleyway, she was like, "Are they treating you with the right stuff?"
You didn't catch that the first time?
No, I didn't. I thought it was
Oh,
a sexual innuendo the first time.
Oh no. No,
No,
I was definitely a big enough New Kids on the Block fan though to write.
No, I'm kicking myself for not realizing it was a New Kids on the Block reference, but I didn't even catch it this time until my wife pointed it out.
Yeah, the right stuff. That's one of their big hits, man.
I know. I loved that they carried on that joke through.
Oh, I just love the look on her face when she slowly closes the doors and exposes the New Kids on the Block poster, and then just doesn't change her expression. Just slowly opens back up. So, because she's like, "Please don't let the other guys see that."
Right.
Which was sweet of her. She's a sweet girl, Beverly Marsh.
Oh, Beverly.
I liked her in Dungeons and Dragons. She was really good in that.
Yes. I thought she did good in that too.
Yeah.
So- What would you say was your, for lack of a better term, favorite scene of it, chapter 1? Like, was it the killings? Was it the camaraderie?
I mean, watching these kids become friends was always a lot of fun. It's a little awkward when they're all in their underwear, but
And they're just staring at her,
yeah, everybody's in their tidy whities.
and they're staring at a fucking 12-year-old. There was a
Yeah,
lot
like I
of
said, though.
there's a lot of what I would call uncomfortable scenes where she's obviously underage, and
Right.
apparently every adult in Derry thinks that pedophilia is okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure you heard that in the book. There's actually like a kid orgy in the book. Obviously, they couldn't put that in the movie, but
Well, I actually have not read this book, so I did not know that.
I haven't read it either. But I've heard about that part many times from people that have.
I'm not surprised that you haven't read it because you're not a reader.
No, and that's a fucking fatty book, man.
What's a It's a big motherfucker.
Yes, no, thank you.
Like,
But I hear about stuff that's in the.
I really want to go read the book at this point because after Welcome to Derry and after it chapter 1 and 2, I'm kind of intrigued.
Because that's what I hear about chapter 2 is that they really did try to cram as much of the book as that they were allowed to and really shoved it in there. And that's always my example of why movies shouldn't always put everything in the book. Because I think chapter 2 went on just a little, it dragged out a little too much for me.
I feel like it went on all right.
Because when people read a book, obviously the book's going to be better than the movie to the person that read it because they're creating the movie in their own
The
head.
purpose of a book is to create a vision in your head as you read.
And now you're relying on somebody else to kind of create that same vision. Of course, they're not going to because they have a different.
They're going to
vision than you.
create the vision that they see, not necessarily the vision that you see.
So yeah, so I'm down for books being chopped down and just made into a better condensed movie since I'm a movie guy.
I get what you're saying. No, fuck it, I'm saying it. With Hobbit, they turned one book into 3 movies. There's zero into three 3-hour movies.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason to leave any plot point out of that fucking book out of the movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've done the same exact rant before on here.
I know. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, no, fuck it, I'm doing it. You can't put Tom Bombadil in a 9-hour fucking series. Well, 10 to 11-hour series. Fuck you.
Right. But I remember I went to the theater to watch Chapter 2, and a couple people even walked out. They're like, fuck this, I'm out. Which I don't blame them, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna finish this fucking movie because that's what I usually do. Sometimes if I'm watching a movie like at home and it's not catching my attention, then I'll change it to something else. But if I'm at a movie theater, I'll sit it out.
You didn't like it?
Chapter 2, no, I did not like it.
Mm.
I said I enjoy the cast, but that's about it. I love me some James McAvoy or whatever his fucking name is. McAvoy, yeah, that guy. Cause he's definitely proven he can play any character. Look at his role in Split, where he played 23 different fucking people.
He's an amazing actor. Like, I love John McAvoy.
And Jessica Chastain's hot, and he's like stated many times, pasty redhead, piercing eyes. It's my sweet spot. But my queen of those girls is Bryce Dallas Howard, of course. Love me some BDH. But I will say that. But I love Chapter 1.
I am still not finding so this is the first beer I pulled out. I'm still not finding a percentage on here. I feel like that's illegal. Sorry. Well, we're just gonna drink it.
Okay.
It's the last beer of the 6. So let's go ahead and rate the old the peach juicy bits. I'll give it a 3. It wasn't great, but it did have a very heavy peach flavor. So,
but with these two movies, it was very day and night with me. I love Chapter 1, Chapter 2 not so much.
Well, let's rate Chapter 1 before we get into Chapter 2. Like we've already been mixing them. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Chapter 1 and Chapter 2.
Yeah, like I said, I love all the kids in this. It had a great flow. I mean, and Skarsgård is, my opinion wise, I like him better than Tim Curry, 100%. Like it's not even close for me. But no, I actually give this a 9.
Damn!
Chapter 1. Yeah, it's
off.
a 9 for me. There's little nitpicks here and there that keep it out of Miss Davis, but I have watched Chapter 1 so many times. I really enjoyed it.
I really loved this movie. Like this movie for me was I would love to give it Miss Davis.
Then do it.
You know what? It gets Miss Davis for me because like there's not a whole lot about this movie that I did not love. I felt like it did a very good job of everything. This was Chapter 1 is a rewatchable movie for me anytime it's on.
Perfect 10. Miss Davis. Well, hell yeah. But now on to Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Didn't need to be over 3 hours long.
It was not over 3 hours long. It was 2 hours and 47 minutes. Including credits.
4 hours. Felt like, yeah. It felt forever. and I sat through like Endgame and Titanic and all these movies in theater. Those didn't feel like they were 3 hours. It's not very good. Like I said, they try to cram too much of the book in it, and it just doesn't work on all of it. I love the cast. I love
pretty good. I felt like the flow was really good in Chapter 2. But I'm also a reader, so maybe that's why.
fuck is his name? Bill Hader. I thought that was perfect casting between Bill Hader as Richie.
And like I said earlier, the only person I would have casted differently between the kids and the adults was I would have put Amy Adams as a closer resemblance to Sophia Lillis.
And unfortunately, there is an R.I.P. in this one. James Ransone, who played adult Eddie, he died recently.
Hmm.
Is either, I think it was sometime last year. Yeah. He was only December 19th is when he died. He was 46.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yes. I think it was. Yep, it was suicide.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's
rough.
it's always rough.
He's good. I like it when he stabs Bauer in the face through the shower curtain. I did like that part.
Well, he didn't stab him through the face through the shower curtain. Like he stabbed him in the chest through the shower curtain. Like he got stabbed in the face. And he
Right,
stabbed
yeah.
he stabbed him in the chest.
Right, yeah. Mix those up. Yeah, he got
Bowers was a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. Child and adult.
Mm-hmm.
Which his adult version was weird. It seemed a little off. But yes, and then, of course, I love me some Skarsgård. I love when he's smashing his head into the glass.
Yeah, that was like I give props to Bill for this role. Like he did amazing. And did you say that he was the one that had like he can make his eye go lazy?
Yeah, whenever his eye goes wild like that, that's him actually doing that. It's not a CGI or anything.
I wish I knew how he was able to train himself to do that.
I'm not sure. I think it's some kind of, I won't say disability, but just some kind of genetic thing.
I was gonna say it's probably some sort of.
To where he actually.
I'm not
going
to call it a defect. It's something that he's able to do that nobody else is able to do.
He has the ability to control each eye individually if he wants to, pretty much. Just and it worked out well for him in this.
Yeah.
And I love his voice as Pennywise.
I know. I'm gonna tell you right now, like Bill Skarsgård is literally turning into one of my most coveted meetings.
Yep, he's on that list. I love Bill Skarsgård these days, Glenn Powell these days, and it might be Jesse Buckley after tomorrow. We'll see.
Glenn Powell's on my top 5 as well, but we're not going to get into that right now because that would be another rabbit hole that we would delve down into. Doesn't sound like there's a whole lot you want to talk about this movie. I did enjoy that they kept bringing I feel like they could have cut this movie down a little bit by cutting out the flashbacks to the kids.
Yeah, and they're because they had to de-age them a little bit because those kids got a little older, and there's some shots where you're like, that.
I feel like if they wanted to do hey, this is this person, even though they casted well enough to know which each person was, they could have just done a little flash of a picture of who they were without doing a 5-minute flashback scene.
Right. But they brought the kids back, and some of them clearly got older, so they had to do a little CGI to them. And sometimes you can clearly tell.
Sticky.
Kind of makes my balls itch a little bit. But
well,
but yeah.
There was a lot of weird shit in this one, and I feel like that when they thought the spider at the end of Stephen King's It, not having any kind of Pennywise stuff in it, drove the decision to have the Pennywise spider at the end of It Chapter 2.
Right, because I mean it is a spider in the book and everything. That's just a weird decision, I think. Just like apparently the turtle, like the high school's mascot was a turtle, and there's a turtle on the girl's bracelet and stuff like that. I guess he came down in turtle form or something like that, and then he takes the form of a clown. Is it's fucking weird. I don't know. I'll have to look more into it, but there's definitely a connection with the turtle and Pennywise.
Well, did you know that Kansas driver's licenses all have a turtle on them?
Yeah, so we got our own little Pennywises on our fucking
We
driver's
do.
license. But yeah, okay. Well, I mean, what,
Okay,
you got any more to say with this bitch?
I don't think so. Like, probably, but not right now.
Okay. Because, yeah, like I said, it's a date night with me on chapter 1 of Game 9. This one, I got to go all the way down to a 3.
I almost did a 3. I held up a score, though. I was one off on both of yours tonight.
Yeah.
Well, this one was still. I still got a lot of enjoyment out of this movie. This movie still missed a little bit for me, so it gets a 9.
Okay. So you really enjoy it?
This is one of those rare occasions that we had a movie that was very different than each other. Very different ratings, but
So you do enjoy the It story, you just
absolutely.
didn't really care for the 90 minutes. Yeah, for me overall, the It story just doesn't really do it for me. But I really enjoyed me some Pennywise. So. And I really enjoyed me some chapter 1. Because those kids were fucking awesome.
You gave It Chapter 2 a lower rating than Stephen King's It.
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
And maybe that's how much I love Seth Green.
Okay. So we now have to figure out what we're watching next week.
Yes, I have both wheels set up. We're going to randomize our Friday the 13th pick and our Leprechaun pick.
You did remove the Friday the 13th pick from the last one, right?
Yeah. Part 3 is not on here.
Okay, because the reason for this
this,
because we had that be the pick for the last randomization, so it is no longer part of the randomization.
Correct. So as I pull this up, are you cheering for any certain ones that you wanted to land on?
Honestly, hold on. Let me see what we got here. Can you make that full screen real quick so I can see what we have? I don't even know which ones are the options right now.
I pulled it up. I just clicked the little full screen thing on my corner.
Okay, don't worry about it. Oh, there we go. All right, so honestly, I think that for Friday the 13th, I kind of want Freddy versus Jason.
Okay.
On the Leprechaun side, honestly, I do love me some Jennifer Aniston, so I hope it's the first one. So those are my two hopes. Let's see what happens.
Well, I see my two hopes. I want both space movies.
Yeah, you want Leprechaun space. All right.
Yeah, I want to go space. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go back to full screen here. We'll do Friday the 13th. Whatever it lands on is what we do. That would be Does it stop?
Final chapter.
Final chapter. Yeah, that's part 4 with Corey Feldman.
Okay. I like it.
And pairing up with final chapter, please do not land on Origins. I fucking hate that movie. Here we go. Oh, looks like we're going to go to the hood. Are we going to go in the hood or back to the hood? We're barely going back to the hood.
We're going to the second one.
Yes. Oh, boy. Okay. Wow. All right. That's going to be interesting. So, yeah, next week we're doing Friday the 13th.
Let's be honest. I'm probably going to watch both of the In the Hood ones. Are you going to... Okay, I was like, are you going to put us back? Oh, that doesn't look right. There we go.
Yeah. But, yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll watch more of them, too. But the main ones we're going to talk about is Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, what was originally going to be their last Friday the 13th movie. That's what it's called.
All right, so before we finish, the white noise I'm gonna give it a 3. Nothing great about it. Nothing bad about it.
Cool. Yeah, and then we're gonna go back to the hood with Leprechaun. Son of a bitch. Okay.
So you didn't do an overrated pick of the week this week. Could I do one
No.
real quick?
Go for it.
It's gonna make a lot of people mad, maybe even you.
Okay.
John Carpenter.
Fair enough.
He has, don't get me wrong, multiple great movies. He has a lot of shit movies that he threw his name at the beginning of, and they were not worth a watch.
I agree. His later films, I call it the digital age, John Carpenter. When he started trying to use more digital effects, stuff like that, and it didn't work. And then they weren't that great. Ghost of Mars, not good. John Carpenter's Vampires, it was okay. Escape from L.A., not a good sequel. So I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. But he also made my favorite horror film of all time and my second favorite movie of all time. That's why I love the guy.
I agreed.
And I love They Live.
But one movie does not make an icon.
I love The Thing. I love They Live. I love Escape from New York. I love. God damn it! Now I'm blanking on those other movies. There's a good handful of them that I love, and then his past the '80s, I would say, were not good. I love Starman. I love Assault on Precinct 13.
See, you're talking about all sorts of stuff that I've never heard of. Like a casual fan is gonna consider John Carpenter overrated.
Okay.
A John Carpenter fan will never consider John Carpenter overrated.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that has been this week's episode.
Yes, and I
We'll
did
be-
give the rating, so we're good to go.
We'll be live next week for Friday the 13th Part 4 and Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
We got some fucking Warwick Davis, baby.
We do. All right. Well, I've been Faye. That has been Colonel
I've been Colonel.
Wise. Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Adios, bitches.